the time. And another thing that's going to be difficult for me, hell. I have to go down, don't I? Damn it. I don't want to go down there. All right, so I'm now in Belmont, and I need to be somewhat careful here. Crime rate here is 664% more than the national average, so it's daylight. I feel all right about it, but I've got some options here. So they're not like the big Victorians that I like. Yeah, I like to scope this stuff out anyways. You know what? I don't even have a flashlight. I'll get a flashlight. Really, this is the one here. So this is, looks like Thomas M. Cooley High School. Definitely abandoned, and that's open. That's wide open. Past there's another door, but I'm gonna try anyways. This is creepy. The bad mofo. I can't believe that you can just walk right into this. It's crazy. Wrecked. Yeah, this is wild. Destroys a hoe. Dakota's a hoe. Poor Dakota. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get a better flashlight. Right, so we're just kind of continuing on through Thomas M. Cooley School. It's crazy that you can just walk right into this. And like I should maybe limit my time here because this is Belmont, Detroit. This is not a safe area. But it's crazy. There's ghosts. Look at that. There's ghosts. Man, you can go through this entire school. This would have been a very cool school though. Like, look at that, the arches there. Like those arches are, you know, it's definitely not 1990s, right? I wonder if you can get into like the upstairs area. Look, I'm still on the fourth floor, but looking at this on the outside, this place is huge. May have been lockers. I'd like to find a classroom or like the school infirmary. The school infirmary. Just because that's kind of creepy, right? Die this way. Look at that. Die this way. It's creepy, right? So I can't hear any footsteps in here, which is good. I don't think I want to run into other people here. These little lockers. Let's check some of these. should go through the lockers. Look at this back is just destroyed. This is the stadium theater, I bet. Look at this. This is just wrecked. Yeah, this would have been the theater. See, like, this crown molding, they didn't do that in the 90s. You know, they didn't do that in the 1950s. This school is old. Early 19s. Like, is it, like, I guess that's a chandelier. Like, yeah, we're talking early 1900s. Possibly even 1800s, I guess. There's all this like what do you call that? Coils on the ground that are like really hard to walk on. This is an impressive school. And I didn't research this at all, so I didn't know this was going to be here. But this is a crazy good find. See, look at this theater. If you like look at it from the stage, man, this would have just been incredible. And look at that. This just would have been amazing. Look at all the seating up there. Like, this would have been so impressive. What happened to you, Thomas M. Cooley? And this stage is huge. Like, you can see, like, you can play this out in your head. Like the seating all down here and the seating in the upper balcony. You can, the height of this is just incredible. This just would have been an amazing theater. Just absolutely incredible. So I'm wondering, like, if this doubled as something other than a school, because for a school, this theater is just insane. Oh, we can go down here. So this, like, would have been understage, right? Oh, damn. I think that's just water droplets. This is just insane. Like, look at how old this is. I don't even know what that is. Something for cooking? Like, I don't even know what this is. But it is very old. So we're starting to get some chairs, which resemble something of a school. So this would have been under the stage in the theater. So I guess that's a newish Christmas tree. Light bulbs. Yeah, I think this is the most interesting thing, just because I can't even place what it is. There's knobs, so it says. I can't even read what that says, to be honest with you. Like, it looks like a radio, like, and that, I don't know what that is. Yeah. And this looks like it could be like a burner, obviously. There's matches in there. Yeah, I just don't know how that works out. Jones. Doggy Jones. Moon Doggy Jones. 81. Alright. Let's try and, because we're still haven't even done much of this building. So I'm thinking, I can't remember how I entered here, but I'm thinking I want to get upstairs. Let's see what's here. All right. Let's get more into this. So I remember these. Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can go up from here. Because I'd like to get to the higher floors. The upper floor, second floor, third floor. Maybe there's like a bell tower or something. Bell tower would be cool. Okay, probably a classroom. But just an absolute mess. Look at this. Crazy. Just absolutely wrecked in here. Alright, so I found this place here. Yeah, I think it's just classrooms. But like, look at this. USG. I don't know what that is. Yo, live up. So yeah, look, this all looks like classrooms now. Like we're definitely in the classroom areas. And there was definitely a fire in this building at one point. There's too many charred remnants. This way out. That's creepy, right? You see that on the bottom there, this way out. Cooley Cardinal. I wonder if that's the name of the school. Like they were the Cooley Cardinals. This way out. All right, let's check some of these lockers. Because this is pretty, if there's like actual stuff in here, that would be pretty cool. It looks like they're all welded shut though. But this is an actual student's locker. I wonder if this is the seating for the students. Makes sense, right, I guess. This would be where the students sat. I'd assume they use desks though, because I've seen some desks kind of all around. But let's check more of these lockers. I'd love to get into one, like maybe a kid left something, you know? But they're just not gonna, yeah, they're not gonna budge. This one doesn't have a lock on it. I don't really want to break into anything. But that's cool, these lockers, man. That's super cool. So this can't be all the lockers for the students because this place is gigantic. Shaq plus Kayla. Mr. and Mrs. Williams. I wonder if that was actually a teacher here. Mr. and Mrs. Williams. 7-Eleven, 22 room. Okay, Rita. All right, now we can start going upstairs. All right. More lockers, I guess. Maybe lockers for faculty or lockers for staff. Who knows, right? That hanging hook there is kind of creepy, like a torture, like a torture device. Storeroom. Oh, okay. That's fairly lame. For years, I've walked this broken nation. For years, I've walked this broken nation. So, we got the second floor, and we can even go up to the third floor. I wonder why they closed off the third floor. Maybe it was maintenance staff or electrical, or... So this says first floor. So I'm assuming this would have been classrooms. I wonder if this was a dorm. This is, oh, it's the gymnasium. This is rad. Yeah, this is the gymnasium. So this place clearly ran throughout a long period of time, because some of the theater was 19th century, wasn't it? 20th century, I guess. I mean, not 19, maybe. But they've got relatively modern basketball hoops. So, God, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know enough about what basketball hoops look like in the 1900s. But they're definitely not. It says 1987, 1988. So this would have been Michigan State basketball. So this would have been open in the late 80s then. For sure. But this gymnasium is just super cool. So I guess I'll walk up here. Baby J. See, there's more evidence of a fire. That looks charred over there. Couple of smiley faces, I guess. Yeah, I can't really picture what these rooms would have been. Okay, so this is a hallway. So this is the hallway of the second floor. So we've got more lockers. See, 227, yeah, second floor. And this could be kids writing from the people that were in school here. Dre and Tiff. This doesn't look like it was done by street artists. It looks like it was done by students. So I think this writing in here is legit. I think it's from students. Sheila CO 2000. I don't know if this would have been open in 2000. Young Holla. Yeah, I think it's from students from the 80s. I was hoping for some items in here, I don't know, bags, trapper keepers. Because this would have been just a tiny one. Because they would have had trapper keepers. Well, if not trapper keepers, something like it in the 80s. To be definitive. Let's see what this creaky room is. It's windy here, so like, oh, it's a blackboard. Nice. So this obviously would have been a lecture room or a classroom. Your feet kind of get sunken into the ground though. Ceiling's just wrecked. All right, I'm not finding much. So let's try and go, let's go up in the gymnasium. But if you can imagine being a student at this school, like, it's pretty legit, right? Like, it's huge. That theater is like world class. For high school, forget it. I'm guessing this was high school. They definitely had all those students. This could have been like a runnable track, maybe? It's tough to say. Maybe just a place to watch basketball games. But like, this school would have been very legit. Possibly private, I'm definitely getting private vibes. And it could have been a place where people dormed here. I haven't seen any dorms, but class of, oh, come on. No, blackboard. Class of what? So, class of 2001, holy smokes. So this is a school as of 2001, or as late as 2001. It even has the students' names. Thompson, Klingman, Cantrell, Branch, Gray, McCain. I don't know if it's the United States Army thing, but... So yeah, this is absolutely a classroom. Obviously, blackboard. You got the class of. Like, I'm just trying to like picture this as like an operating building, and it just, to me, it would have been really impressive. Maybe because I came from a tiny school. I did not go to a boarding school. I still think this stuff is legit from students. Like CO 98, 1998, this would have been a school. Oh, bathrooms maybe. Yeah, bathrooms. So yeah, my guess, this was operational maybe 1900 to 2001, like 100 years. No love, no pain. That's my guess. And I guess I say that just because a lot of this stuff, like that oven thing that I found underneath the theater, is old. Late 19th century, early 20th century. And we've seen, class of 2001. This was definitely open, as early as 20 years ago. More classrooms. Have a nice day. Thank you. Disdain. Yeah, so second floor looks like it was mostly classrooms and a gymnasium. First floor, theater, maybe some common administrative buildings like principal's office, stuff like that. I haven't seen anything that would like indicate a dormitory, so I'm thinking This was not a live at boarding school. I think there's one more floor for me to discover, so it's possible that like third floor had living conditions or living quarters, free Flint water. All right, so where did I find that? Where did I see that? Where we could go to the, oh, right here. Oh, this would have been the fire escape. Yeah, this would have been the fire escape. I guess I'll use it just because I do want to get up to the third floor, but this may stop me. Or I might go up to the bell tower. Oh, it's the theater. It's the theater from above. So yeah, this was a fire escape, I believe. Definitely wasn't for student use. Unless, fire drills maybe. I can't remember now. I'm like struggling to remember where I am. I don't know what room this would have been. It's very oddly shaped. Yeah, it's very weird. There's no blackboards, there's no chairs, there's no cabinets. I gotta get up to the third floor. Maybe I'm making it up in my head that there was a third floor. I swear I saw one. But, so these would have been the female room, bathrooms. Because there's stalls. Soap dispenser there. More lockers. I've already pinned Bessie's lost her lockers like 100 times. So I believe this goes into the gymnasium. Nope, theater. Alright, so there's the stairwell. If this doesn't go up to the third floor, I think I'm as high as I can get. Yeah. I don't think it goes up anymore, unfortunately. Ah, dang. Up. Let's try the end of this hall. There's a lot of lockers up here. So, lockers, classrooms, lockers, classrooms, lockers, classrooms. So this would have been all the learning areas, if you will. Yeah, this would have been all the classrooms. First floor, some all right. Women. Staff women only. Oh, it's just a woman's bathroom. It's just a woman's bathroom. Water, Flint water. Yeah, obviously it's water. Roof this way. All right. What if I listen to them? Oh, they had an elevator. Oh, that's the roof. Free. Up. Up. Something makes me not want to go up. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna have to turn my camera off and climb this. So now I'm on the roof and it's just gorgeous. These remind me of almost like Mughal architecture. Like being in Agra, to be honest. But then you have like the Corinthian style. Yeah, those are the Corinthian style beams at the bottom there. So that would be like more Roman, more classical, more Greek. But the design itself looks Mughal to me. Like you could definitely, or not definitely, that's something you could find in India. You can't get into these, so yeah, that's going to be a big whammy. But very cool up here. No idea what this would have been. Probably just, probably served a purpose, water or something, I don't know. Or like, what would have they done in here? Hey kids, let's have class in the open brick, small, tiny room on the roof. That's cool, the pillar that goes up. Almost like an obelisk, the Washington Monument or something. This is Belmont here. Actually, so I never found that area. That looks like it would have been like the outdoor rec area. Like maybe where they had recess or some outdoor time. And then you can kind of see Belmont. I believe that's the neighborhood I'm still in. Wonder if the name of the school is on there. It's Thomas M. Cooley where I'm at, but I wonder if like that's their emblem, if you will. I wonder what the price of this school would have been for like the Detroit elite, or maybe it's public. I mean, it seems too richy. It seems too impressive, too formidable to be something that would have been offered for free. But here's the entrance to the school would have been here. Would have like a baseball field in the back. Oh, this is the back of the school. I'm sorry. This is not the front. Yeah, could have had like a baseball field out there. All right, the roof isn't super exciting, so I might cut this one a little bit short. Let's see if this is the theater or the gymnasium, or there's a lot of theater views here. This is the theater again. The theater was something that was important to this school, and rightfully so. It's impressive. It's next level. Like nothing. I remember at my theater was like considered nice too, but that thing's like, you could hold, like proper Shakespearean type gigs at that theater. All right, so this looks like it's the gigs, I should say plays. This looks like it may be the front of Thomas M. Cooley. Jesus, this building is huge. I could spend, as a YouTuber, I could spend 4 days just on this one school that I found in Detroit. All right, we're gonna check off for now because I've got to try and find that area I came in, and I can't find it. There's one way down, and I can't remember where it is. So, checking out for now. So this is the way down here. That's kind of a creepy cross. Yeah, it's a bit of a creepy cross. All right, I need both hands, so got to check off again. All right. So I think they only had one elevator because that probably got added much later in the school's history. So that's the ladder I climbed to go up to the roof. And I think we've done pretty much everything we can at this point for an introduction to Thomas M. Cooley abandoned school. Out this way. Jesus was a savior. So this is out. You know what? Let's do it. It says out. I'll believe it. I wonder why they had two sides. Indicate a large amount of people. If they would need two staircases down and this wide apart, you know, makes me think that their student body would have been sizable, and the amount of lockers that they had, this would have been able to house a lot of students. So we're back on the first floor. You're next. It's kind of creepy. You're next. Frosty. What? See, this is how I don't understand. This was a operating school in the 90s. None of this looks 90s. This is like definitely 19th century vibes, 20th century vibes. Yeah, like it almost looks like a ministry. Like maybe Thomas M. Cooley was a religious school. This was probably just bureaus or shelving. I wonder what was along this track. See, but like I could picture like pews here, you know, almost with this high ceiling and these arch lights. And what is that? Oh, it's like a justice. Everything for justice kind of thing. But like they could have had murals on these windows. They're like cathedral windows. All right, we're going up. This room is very impressive, and I don't know what it's used for, or I don't know what it... What are these? You kind of get culty vibes too. Like, what are these? They're everywhere. Maybe decorations? Okay, so if it wasn't for sermons, what was it for? The principal to like address the student body? If that's true, that's very savior-like, right? I mean, if you're the principal of the school and you're addressing from here, it almost has Harry Potter vibes too, you know? If you're the principal and you're addressing the student body like this, it's like, I'm so important, I have to be 40 feet off the ground. You know what I mean? And surrounded by this high ceilings and these cathedral windows. Like, to me, it just, I get church vibes. Or Harry Potter vibes. Or cult vibes. But looking at this room, I don't get school vibes. Like, I don't see this as a school. Maybe Hogwarts. Forgive me. I've been talking a lot. Sometimes my words get, or my brain gets The wires are crossed because you got to remember I'm also in the most dangerous neighborhood in Detroit right now. So I've also got in the back of my head that there's somebody behind me. I know you guys won't get that because you're viewing this after I've already probably successfully made it out, most likely. But I have other things on my mind right now that you guys might not be having. Because I am in a very, Detroit's arguably the most dangerous city in the United States, right? And I'm in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods. So yeah, that's going to be in the back of my mind, right? So my attention is not all on what I'm seeing right now, which is why these videos are important for me too, because like I can go back and view this, knowing I've gotten out and not run into any issues. So I don't know. Like these cabinets, I don't know. I just don't know. Like staff only, medicine maybe for the student body. I just don't know. I'm shy. Why me? And see now, look, where am I now? Back to the theater. This might be a good view of the theater. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. Like even the nosebleeds. Yeah, even the nosebleeds would have been just incredible. Yeah, so I'm thinking, look at all this detail, the Corinthian style columns. That's Corinthian style. This wasn't made in the late 1990s. Forget it. This was possibly 19th century. And it's just gorgeous. Well, not now, but like it would have been. And this is the nosebleeds and like the amount of detail. I don't think this would have been used just for school members, just because why build such a grand theater for a couple of school plays? You know what I mean? Nothing against students and their plays, but come on. I mean, a bunch of 16-year-olds putting on Othello versus, trained students that went to, NYU theater department or whatever. It's a different story, isn't it? It's a different caliber of show. All right, before I get confused where I was, I came right through here. Why me? And then this way. And then we enter view. Angelina. You're running out of time. You're running out of time. Just jump. Six, 6, 6. I think if you're a cult leader, this is a good place to have your brethren come and listen to you speak, orate. Maybe even with it all destroyed, it kind of like adds to your cult vibes as a anti-societal genius. The fact that you lead your people into an absolutely wrecked room that is past its prime. But it's just, yeah, it's very churchy to me. Ruffles. See, like, they could have had like biblical material back here, holy water, the body of Christ. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what this was used for. You know what it is? It's a library. That took way too long to figure out. It's a library. See all the shelving? These are all the books. It's a library. What a library for a high school, you know. I wonder if anybody else that's watching this caught on to that this is the library like as soon as I walked in. and it took me like 2 hours to realize that I'm in a library. Yeah, all this shelving is for the library books. God save me, I'm effed up. Yep, it's a library. Oh, Adam, you are not the most intelligent fella, are you? The only thing I have in my defense is that I have a lot on my mind right now. Look, library. Library, of course. And Mr. P Explores. I wonder if this is a YouTuber. You're next. That's freaky. You're next. I don't know what the 999 is. Maybe somebody can tell me what that means. Yeah, 999, I don't know what that means. I mean, I know 666, of course, but 666 also depends on where you're coming from. Because in China, 666 means like super cool or interesting or like very cool. Liu, Liu, Liu. Liu is 6 in Chinese. So 666 is actually a good thing in China. Oh, this is a cool mural that's still here. Just like a kid learning. That's kind of dark for a school mural to me. Although I think the idea is that he's learning, you know, all sorts of different things. And some of the stuff we learn in school is not great, you know. We have to learn about the bad and the good. And if we don't talk about things we've done that have been not so great, we may repeat ourselves, right? That's the... Oh, anyways, nobody wants to hear a lesson from me. This is weird. This tape. Where does it lead to? Up the stairs. So we found the library, we found the gymnasium, we found the theater, we found the roof, we found the emergency exits, we found the elevator, the classrooms. I think that's a pretty good exploration of this building. Like I said, I could have spent probably 3 days in here. There's the 999 again. Yeah, I could have spent 3 days in here going through this building. But yeah, I just don't have the time. And another thing that's going to be difficult for me, hell. That's creepy. All right. Damn it. I have to go down, don't I? Damn it. Say RTB. I don't want to go down there. All right. Let's see what's up. Yeah, so this would have been like Free Walter. God lives. Yeah, this would have just been like maintenance for the school. Like some of these would have been like, you know, yeah, where they, you know, run the heat, they run the electricity, they run the water. Yes, you know, students wouldn't have been down here. See all like the, yeah, like heat and pressure and water for the school. It's an old school ladder though. Yeah, this would not have been like, wonder if I can open that. All right, I'm gonna try. So that's open and there's just that single arrow. Yeah, it's not even my height. That single arrow is really creepy. But to be fair, it just looks like more of this. This is just not the most interesting to me, if I'm being honest. And sand monkeys? That's probably not a good term. All right, yeah, see, like this stuff just is not the most interesting thing to me. I had to come down here for obvious reasons. All those writing draws the curious, doesn't it? Possibly into their own doom. So I'm going to sign off for a second because I've explored a great deal of this school and I can't remember where I came in, and it's going to take me a while to find because there's one exit really. Oh, you know what? This might be that one exit. So let's try it. But that's where I came in. So I wonder if once you're in, you can't get out. So I think I'm close, but I found one more room that I don't think I saw last time. Just very administrative looking. Not much to it. Yeah, nothing. All right, so I think it's this. There it is. I'll show you how I got in. Boom, wide open. All right, guys, so that was the exploration of the Thomas M. Cooley abandoned building in Belmont, Detroit. This is it from the outside again in all of its glory. It was super cool inside. Like I said, I could have spent 3 days in there, but it is what it is. I'll see you in the next video. This one was fun.